Twin, I have a question to ask
Twirl
you.
on my haters, my alligators.
I have a question to ask you. How do you feel about being single?
Freaking love it. What about you?
I love it too.
You know, after
This video's over.
no, we're done. I feel like when I was younger, I was like, I need to get married before I'm 25. Because I feel like I would feel like that's too old to like have kids if I decided to have kids, like past 30 years or something. But now I'm like, I'm happy, I'm content. But I feel like you want that companionship, that you're just like, you see relationships and you're just like, I would love that, like to have that right now. But then you like, back to life, back to reality, and you're like, hell no. All those freaking people that did me dirty.
That's hilarious.
I'm just kidding. You see a lot of unhealthy relationships and a lot of things that you don't want. So it's like, I think I will wait for that healthy relationship and to work on myself. And you know, I just, obviously I haven't met him yet. I think it would be so sad to like have another best friend when my twin is my best friend.
I think it would be okay, like if he was really cool. If he's not, then no. Like, but if he's like really cool, he's like, you know, basically he hits it off.
Because we're not gonna be alone.
At the movies, I'm in between them.
Yes, I would love that.
Both there. And he paying for my ticket.
You know, see, that's the kind of, no, but for real, that's the kind of like guy that I would want. Such a like gentleman and like really
doesn't care, like wouldn't care about stuff like that, right? Because I would feel the same. Like if I was dating somebody like my twin was like, hey, I'm coming, like okay,
and he's paying
for me. Okay. I've never been in a serious relationship ever, so it's like, to me it's nothing, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, it doesn't like, I don't ever be like, oh, I missed that, or like, well, because I've never had it, so it's kind of like, it don't matter, like, but obviously like eventually one day, like I do want to be a wife, and I also want to be a good one. So I think that like in this time, sometimes I ask myself like, would I, with the standards that I have right now, would I date me? And the answer is no, like I wouldn't. So I can't have all these like really high standards and things for somebody else if I'm not even meeting them myself. You know what I mean? So like I definitely like want to make sure that like I'm in order, you know, and like everything financially, spiritually, like all those things are just like lined up in order, like to the level that I would want for somebody else to be at. I think that that's when I'll be like, okay, like I'm open to it now. I guess like the way I would want to even be approached if I were to date somebody, like I want to be friends first. Like, and I don't want any kind of like romantic anything before like we've already been friends for like a while, because I feel like I'm not gonna start like a romantic relationship with somebody I don't know, you know, and like you don't even know me. I could be like a freaking psycho and you want to date me. Like that's not okay with me. If I don't get married for another let's just say it was 15 years. I doubt it's gonna be that long, but let's just say like if it was another 15 years, I would rather wait 15 years to be married to the right person and have a great relationship for the rest of my life than like get married in 2 years and it's okay. You know what I mean? Or like I settle because it's like, oh, it's faster. I really like hope and pray that whoever he is like that's out there like right now is not dating anybody and is waiting for me specifically, because that's what I'm doing, you know. So I would like hope that he's doing the same thing, because I don't just want to just date anybody. Like I don't want to just marry anybody. I really don't. So I would just like, you know, hope that he's like actually really waiting and like really preparing himself for me, because that's what I'm doing.
I believe that a lot of people settle. You see it, we see it all the time, even like certain friends of friends, and you know, it's sad because you didn't want to wait and you jumped into marriage so quickly and you both were not mature enough. And even if you guys were the right people for each other, sometimes it was just, it's immaturity, and you have to go through those growing pains now together, and you both are unhappy and you both
just have
like
issues,
you're talking divorce. It's like that's the solution for you guys, and now you have a kid. It's sad. It's so sad to me. And I mean, although like I I have seen people work it out, or like even divorce and then get remarried, and that's okay. But I would rather wait
and not go through
and not go
do
through
that.
all
I mean, because I'm not saying that people who wait don't ever go through that, or people that don't wait always go through that. I'm just saying that, like, I don't know, I just want it to be as right as possible and like as smooth as possible. Like, I don't want to be in a relationship where we argue every other day. Like, I don't want to be in a relationship where 3 years into it we're talking about getting a divorce. Like, I don't ever want to talk about divorce. You know what I mean? Like,
ever want that mentioned.
Right, because I feel like if I did my research, you know what I mean, like ahead of time, like I understand that like there's certain things you don't find out about people till like 10 years down the line, or like before living with them and stuff like that. Like, I get that, but I think that you can find out a lot. I want to be a great wife. Like, I want him to be like, dude, she's freaking business, you know? Yeah. But like, if say, like, you know, if you're watching this and like you are married and you're like, man, I got married really young, like I wish I wouldn't have got. You make it work. You make a decision. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like as a person, you make a decision to make it work. You make the decision to make it work with your family. You make the decision to make it work with your friends, like with your job. Like, it's a conscious decision. Like, I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna make this work. Like, make the decision and make it work. Like, you know what I mean?
No, there's no decision to be made. Just make it work.
There you go.
I don't understand that either. You guys were in love before and then fall in love again. Do the things that you used to do. Go on dates every day or every other day or every once a week or whatever, however often you guys can, and love each other.
Randomly text them, I really like this about you. You would do that right now.
Stop focusing on like
all the negatives.
I hate when they do this, and I don't like when they do this, and they know that I don't like when they.
Yes.
What about the stuff that you do?
Okay. How about you look at yourself? Why don't you make a list of all the things that you do that you don't like, that they don't like, that nobody likes, for that matter, and make a list of that about them, about all the stuff that you really like, because I guarantee you, like, there's a reason probably why you married them in the first place, you know. So stop thinking like, I don't know. Oh, I should have known. And I married the wrong person, blah, blah, blah. No, maybe you're the wrong person and you should become the right one, and we'll be okay.
We'll be good. And I understand that there are times in marriages one does not want to make it work, but for the people that are willing to make it work, like,
make it work. Yeah. Even, and also, like, even if you're dating, and say, I don't know, you guys have been dating for a while, whatever, you guys are like, oh, we love each other and blah, blah, blah. Maybe you're even talking about getting married, like, but like you're already irritated like by the person all the time. This is just my little take to you. You can take it or leave it. I don't know anything. It's just, can we just
I'm
put
not
that at the
certified.
beginning?
I'm not credentials.
Right, I have no credentials, nothing. I'm telling you, I've never been in a serious relationship other than my relationship with Jesus Christ. Like, I've never been in a serious relationship, so.
But I can tell you that I'm happy.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for saying that, Twin. I'm very happy. And I can tell you, by being single, I've observed a lot of relationships in life because I wasn't so consumed in my own. Like, I have time to actually like look and be like, I'm just gonna say this. If they are that bad, if whatever they are doing is that bad, then leave. And if it's not, then be kinder to them.
Like, why would you want to stay in a... And it doesn't even have to be physically abusive, verbally abusive, like, or just saying mean things to each other when you're mad. I still feel like that should not happen.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not nice.
At all. Like, I don't think it's fair to each other to, like, raise your voice, yell, pick at each other's flaws while you're upset. Just, like, different things like that. I feel like, because that stuff carries even after the arguments, and it's like
you're like hurting the person.
Yeah. Intentionally. Yeah. And even though you'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, blah blah blah, it's like you said it though. Like, it's already there in the air. Yeah. Do you ever be like, it would be nice to have somebody?
Not right now. Like, it's never like I want that right now. Like, it's always like that would really be nice. Like, later on down the line when I get to where I want to get. You know what I mean? Like, or later on down the line, like, because I also think that I know, like, I'm wired differently up here and stuff than a lot of people. I think that, like, sometimes I think to myself, like, if I never came across somebody that was like, that basically that I'm drooling over, like I probably won't get married. Like just honestly, because I feel like for what? To be with somebody that I don't really even love like that, or that I don't even really like admire like that. Like I don't know. To me, it's kind of like go big or go home. Like to me, it is like I don't want to be single for the rest of my life, but I would pick that over settling. Just being honest, like I would. I really think that I would. So, and I know most people wouldn't do that. Like, and like I know that there's like compromises that you have to make, like as a as a couple and stuff like that. But I just feel like if there's certain things that I'm not compromising for, like I wouldn't expect him to either.
Right. And if the Holy Spirit is prompting you, like this is the person.
Yeah, that's the only other way too.
Yeah.
That's the only other way.
Then he's the one.
Yeah.
Regardless of how I feel, I think like
that's the only other way. It's like if God was straight up just like, no, this is him. Then it's like, well, what am I gonna do? You know, like, well, okay then. I better
he's
make
obviously
myself.
probably something that I needed.
Right.
He's gonna be my better half.
I just hope he's better than me.
He has to have the same sense of humor. Like, make me freaking laugh. Like, I love laughing.
And laugh at my joke. Or don't laugh at my joke. Low-key, I kind of hope that I do have one that like is a challenge to me. Like, isn't so just like laughs at everything I say and like, you know what I mean? Like agrees with everything. Like, I hope he's like slightly a challenge.
Okay,
too.
that
like, you're not that funny.
Bugs me.
when guys,
people,
yes.
Wait, what?
Like when they like just go along with everything you do. I know.
Like, annoys the crap out of me. Or just like, relationships in general.
Be your own person.
Do that with guys too.
Yeah.
Like if the guy is dominant, the girl will be like, oh yeah, yes, I agree, blah blah blah. It's like
be your own person. Like have your own
brain.
Opinions. Yeah. Like think your own thoughts and don't think like, oh, I gotta think this to like because he thinks this. Like like if a guy likes you and they start doing that, it's like
shut up. You get on my nerves.
Like, first of all, I didn't like you anyway, but second of all, I really don't like you now.
Dang.
I'm not trying to say like guys like me all the time. They really don't.
Right.
But it's just like every now and then it's like one that's like that. It's
like just like me.
I'm like, stop.
Right. That was nice try.
You tried.
You tried.
A lot of things that weren't single.
Hard. It's definitely hard for me because, like she said, she's wired differently. I feel like for me, I'm very.
She's a romantic.
I'm such a romantic. Like in movies, it pisses me off when they don't end up together because it's like, okay, in reality, that happens. That shouldn't happen in movies. It makes it like.
She's talking about La La Land, guys.
It breaks my heart. Like it really does. Even like the next day, I'll be thinking about it. I'm just like.
You get really like emotionally attached to like couples.
Yes.
She'll be like just so like, oh my gosh, like if things don't work out and stuff like that. I think the only time I literally will end up like sad is when I hear divorce. People getting a divorce. That's probably like the only time when I'm like really like down in the dumps for like a good hour or two. Just because like that hurts me. But like regular couples, I don't know, sometimes I'm kind of like, dang, that sucks that they didn't work out or whatever, but I can move on. She's like 3 days into it, like she's sad, like they broke up with her.
Yeah, that's how I feel. For people that are single, it is hard. For me, it is hard sometimes. Like I'm just like, I could easily have a boyfriend and just be with anybody because I want somebody there. And you know, you think about like, who could I call? Who could I do? And like I told her, I've been married so many times in my head, and then divorced because I realized I hated them.
and then divorced because they were going along with everything you say, and laughing at everything you say.
All the scenarios, it was like, you get on my nerves already.
No, they'd be like, I don't like chocolate. She's like, I love chocolate. Oh, I love chocolate too. Like, stop.
But yeah, it's like obviously you want somebody there. It is very hard sometimes and you're just like, I haven't been in a relationship in a really long time. Like I would love to like hug somebody. I would love somebody to fall in, you know, that's not the same thing. Like,
you just push me all hard.
We'll wait. The teacher.
We'll wait. Are you guys done? How does it do that? Are you done? Okay.
Or they'll be like, what? What were we talking about?
You get all scared.
With the little coyote feet. Be strong.
You are worth the wait. You're worth the wait.
Smart.
So just wait.
And the Lord can fill any voids that you have. And I constantly pray that for not just me, but family and friends, because I understand that it is hard to be single. It is hard sometimes to wait. And I've spoken to people and they're just like, before I was married, I would cry on the floor and be like, I want to be married already. And it's like, okay, I'm not that dramatic, but
Dang.
not saying that they're dramatic, and that's just their personality. Like they really want to be married.
They were like so heartbroken over it. Yeah.
Like they really want to be married and they really want to, you know, now. And it's like, no, you want to wait for the right one. And don't let anybody devalue you. Like,
yeah.
Know your worth.
Yeah.
And know what you have to offer.
Yeah.
And if somebody's going to approach you, you better make sure that they
come correct. And know what you want. Like, if you don't know what you want, then don't just be saying yes to anybody. Because if you don't even know. Smarts are like, I'm always like, okay. You can hang.
You can talk to me anytime. Just not after 10 p.m.
Okay. The only one that talks to me at 10 p.m. is the Holy Ghost. So, I'm just kidding. Kind of. So, anyway.
Circumstances made married. Don't accept anything.
Don't just accept anything.
Freaking frauds out there.
Right.
Like, nah.
Yeah. Just think 20 years down the line. Because his good looks, 1, aren't going to pay your bills. 2, aren't going to make him stay faithful to you.
Nope.
3, aren't going to make him treat you well.
Nope.
4, aren't going to make him run out and get you pizza when you want it in the middle of the night.
I know. But sometimes I just want that love that is willing.
Yeah.
You know.
And don't slaughter me in the comments. Like, I feel like somebody's gonna come through and be like, you don't know anything because you ain't married. And once you get married, you're gonna, you know, whatever. I'm sorry.
Like,
You're
okay,
right.
20 years, we can discuss this.
Well, we're sitting here with our men and, you know, be like, sorry, Twin.
In our 5.4 million house.
Be like, what's up?
I mean,
what's up?
We'll be showing up for
Anyway,
we love you.
Happy Valentine's Day. If it's before or after. I don't know. Well, happy Valentine's Day regardless if it already passed. And don't feel like you're less than because you're single. And be like, no, I'm worth the wait. I'm nobody's test drive. I'm nobody's beat. And I'm not going to sit around and act like one. I dare you to tell the next person that asks you, when are you getting married? Tell them, I'm nobody's test drive.